Welcome to Two Chicks and a Horror Flick, a weekly horror movie review podcast. I'm Tawny Ray.
And I'm Felicia Connor. Subscribe to get new episodes every Wednesday. We dive into trivia, drink a little whiskey, and of course, give our no BS opinions.
Join our Discord server or message us on social media to talk all things scary.
And if you like the show, consider supporting us on Patreon.
You can find all these links on our website, twochicksandahorrorflick.com. Thanks for listening.
Now let's get scared.
Hello, welcome back to our podcast. Today we have a very special episode. We're talking about the Lost Boys with some other boys, Ian and Evan from the Kilt and the Redneck reviews. Welcome.
Yay.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks you. Thank you.
We had so much fun on your show. We were like, we have to have them on our show ASAP. So we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
It's
It's wonderful to see y'all. Yeah. We did have a lot of fun on that episode, The Labyrinth. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked that out, you should go to their show, check that out, and their other episodes, of course. But yeah, we'll get into this movie, but before we do that, let's do a quick round of what's everybody drinking. So I'll start with Ian. Ian, what are you drinking?
Some high quality H2O straight on the water, nothing else.
I like how that is, that's probably the biggest container of water so far on this show.
As if you're not violently wanting to pee your pants, then you're just not living.
That's true.
Agree. Totally agree.
Evan, what are you drinking?
I am drinking sweet tea and lemonade out of my rock and roll sushi cup. So
nice.
Just a nice good old Arnold Palmer, I guess.
My mind was going, oh gosh, what was that golfer's name? What was the golfer's name? But you said it, so.
Yeah.
There's no vodka in this yet. That's for later on.
Yet.
I am the same. Water. Drinking just some water. No alcohol yet. It's only, what time is it? Noon. Oh, actually, it's noon. So, I'm just kidding. Just water. How about you, Tawny?
Same. I like how hydrated this group is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, now I just feel like the odd man out. I should go out there and go get a bottle of water and be like, I'm drinking water too.
Don't conform, Evan. Don't conform.
No.
Do we run through our thing at this point?
Yeah. Let's run through our thing. Because we want to get to...
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
We want everyone to get to know you guys. And just in case they don't yet, please do tell us about yourself and tell us about your podcast.
You want to go ahead and take this on, brother?
Yeah, sure. I'll take this on. Obviously, I'm Ian, the Kilt and the Redneck. I am from sunny Scotland. Well, it's not sunny Scotland because it's rained for the last 2 months. In fact, it's not stopped raining this year so far. But yeah, Kilt and Redneck with my boy Evan, podcasting for about maybe a year and a half now. We finished Gladiator last week, and tomorrow we will be recording for The Hurt Locker. We are currently going through a Oscars phase just now where we're reviewing films that were nominated or won an Oscar in any category you can think of. So yeah, I'm the, what's the word? The sort of off the wall one out of the two of us. Evan's calm, cool and collected. I am a horrible dose of cocaine. So hopefully, Evan's told me you better be on your best behaviour, boy, or I will clip your nuts. So I'll behave myself. But you might get the odd Jack in the Box moment from me. So apologies if you do.
No,
we love it. No
behavior needed. That did it. Any behavior welcome. Maybe that's better. He's sleeping right down there. I have a new little puppy. I Googled strong Scottish names, and that's how I found his name, Rory.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I thought you pulled that from I thought it was another Grease reference.
No, we did look at the Grease names because I have another Dotson named Rizzo, but I wasn't feeling them. And so I wanted like a warrior type name from one of those movies with warriors and stuff. So I got Rory. All right. So guys, we would love to know, what is your favorite episode that you've done on your podcast? So if you, 1 or 2 episodes, if you're like, hey, check this one out. This one's our favorite. If you're new to our podcast, give it a shot.
Yeah, fire away, my man.
That's easy. Easy enough for me. It's going to have to be Blade Runner and the oh my goodness gracious, Braveheart episode. Those 2 are my favorite.
Yeah.
Braveheart.
Yeah, I mean, those are recent. I've got to give a shout out, brother, to the Demons episode for the hilarity. the Rick James
that was
impressions.
amazing.
And yeah, we lost the plot on that one.
Yes, we did. I forgot all about it. But yeah, what was it? Female Rick James and Tawny the Pimp.
Yeah, we done like a gore. So we do like, we change the kind of scenario every 4 weeks, and we pick a different genre. And we had picked Gorefest, and one of the films that I picked for Gorefest was Demons from 1986, directed by Lamberto Bava, and yeah, it just went off.
It did. It was that episode was wild. I mean, I think my face hurt by the end of that episode from all the laughter that we had going on in there.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to listen to that today while I'm doing laundry and stuff like that. I'm gonna plug in.
That's the one that we just came off of doing Martyrs, wasn't it? Like the week after was Demons.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
Martyrs.
It was a nice big break to be like, oh my god, this is so much better.
Tawny and I did a French extremity run where we needed a break after that. I do love that genre. It's intense and definitely needed a break after that. Did you watch like the new Martyrs or the original Martyrs?
The original.
Nice. I haven't seen the new one, so I don't, but the original one was amazing. So you mentioned...
everybody kept saying OG, and I was like, what are you talking about, the original? And it was 08, and I was like, that's not old enough to be OG. I need something from like the 80s or the 60s for this. I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
No, not at all. Please do all the time throughout the whole episode. I appreciate it. It makes it fun. You had mentioned genres. So I know you do a lot of different genres on your show. What are some of your favorite genres or your favorite genre to review?
I mean, my favourite genre of all time when it comes to film is horror, but we originally planned on being a kind of horror podcast, and then Evan was like, nah, let's widen, the variety here. But like, yeah, I mean, horror, I'm a diehard action film buff as well, so action films as well. Yeah, they're probably the easiest to kind of cover, because we've done like, Gladiator and Braveheart, and I mean, both of them are nearly 3 hours long, and you're like, damn. So it's it's sometimes it's like a huge kind of obstacle covering a film. Whereas there's other times where you just pick a 90-minute switch your brain off film, and it's so easy to kind of review.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I say that too. I'm with you on the action, but I liked doing the crime ones, like when we did Goodfellas and what else did we do on that one?
The Departed.
The Departed. Those 2, those were good. I like that type of movies. I like those crime ones. But I liked our sci-fi month too. But of course, I'm always with you on horror. Anytime that we can try to do horror, it's like, it's March, January, February, March, April, May. It's only May. Okay, well, we can do it because it's 5 months into the year. So, that's halfway through to horror season. So we can do horror now and do horror in October. Who cares?
mean, that's how you and I came together, brother, through other horror podcasts. So it is our birthright.
That's right.
I was going to ask how you guys met.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was it was through Discord on other groups, and both of us were on. There's a podcast called The Night Club, and the host Travis Maxwell Boone one day was like, "You two should start doing a show." And to start off with, you're like, "Yeah, cool, whatever," and then eventually Evan was like, "No, let's fucking do it," and it was like, "Okay, let's do it," and we've just kind of steamrolled on since then. That was November 2024 that we started.
Yep.
Here we are, February 2026, and still going, baby.
That's amazing. That is so amazing. Have you guys met in person yet?
No,
I wish.
Not yet.
I wish. I think that I would probably crush Ian with the big ass hug that I would be giving him. So I don't know. He might not want to meet me because that hug is going to be big and tremendous. Might shake and destroy the earth. I don't know.
Oh, no, I want to meet you.
I
wouldn't get as big as a hug, I know, but that's so cool. I can't wait to you guys.
Everybody needs a hug.
This is true. I can't wait for you guys to meet. When Tawny and I met for the first time a couple years ago at a horror convention / Halloween convention in Long Beach. And it was so cool to meet her in person. And then I had her come with her partner and stay with me. And we went and saw The Substance together nice. In person, in the flesh. And it was so great. When we recorded that episode together, it was 4 hours long because it's so different than even just sitting on a Zoom, right? You're sitting in the living room just talking with your best friend about this epic movie. And yeah, we did not shut up about it. That was a beast to edit. But anyways, It's so amazing. And now I have the most incredible honor. I'm going to be one of her bridesmaids in her wedding in June. And we met online too. Yeah, we met online.
What a time to be alive. That's class. That's class. Just how that develops.
Yeah.
And you never expect it. And then just out of nowhere, there you are.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yes.
It's funny as well because Evan and I, this has almost become therapeutic for both of us because there'll be times where there's every couple of weeks because we record every weekend. It's always a Saturday or a Sunday, but sometimes my work, the bastard, gets in the way. And see, when the two of us haven't recorded, we're both we're like that. Where's my brother? It's like therapy. Where's my doctor?
I need to talk to him right now.
Where's Dr. Evan, man? I haven't been able to speak to him. Oh no, Dr. Evan, I need a prescription now.
Totally.
I think Tawny and I are the same.
Yeah.
Even when we're having a bad day and we're feeling down and we're like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything, we get on to record and we feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. What are, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing your favorite horror movie, at least one of your favorite horror movies, since you mentioned you love that genre?
Well, as my favourite horror film probably of all time is John Carpenter's Halloween, because it was the first film that genuinely scared the shit out of me as a kid. I was quite lucky, lucky or unlucky in my household. There wasn't a lot of censorship going on when it came to films. Obviously, my dad and mum would never let me watch porn or anything that was gratuitously graphic, but I was watching RoboCop at 5 years old, and my dad showed me Halloween. I think I was maybe 7 or 8, and fuck. So Halloween 78 is always one that I hold dear to my heart, just because of how much it freaked me out. And still to this day, if I hear that theme tune and I don't know it's coming, shivers go straight up my spine.
Whoa, that's awesome.
I love that. I have to agree with you. That was the same experience for me because Michael was a serial killer. when you have Freddy and Jason, not that I dislike these movies, but they were like dead that came back alive. And, this was a scary serial killer man. And that seemed to always get away. And that terrified me.
Yeah. Ev, you got a number one, brother?
I'm trying to think, I guess one of the original ones that I remember was Return of the Living Dead, from when I was a kid. And I remember watching it on my couch with my dad. And I was like, Dad, this is some scary shit. I don't like this. And he was like, it's fine. Zombies aren't real. I was like, they seem pretty damn real to me right now. I don't want to watch this. And then as I got older and I started watching it again and watching more horror, I was like, I love this type of genre. And then I remembered watching House on Haunted Hill, the original one. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then I watched the Jeffrey Rush one and I was like, this is even better. I love this. I like all of this. I like haunted houses. I like shit like this. 13 Ghosts. I like that kind of stuff. I like ghosts.
So that's probably your favorite horror genre is paranormal?
I would say, yeah, probably right in there. It's just, you can go so many different directions with ghosts.
True.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for sharing all of that. Oh, I would love to know before we get into the movie, just go around if there's anything notable that you've recently watched, read, listened to that you want to share. It does not have to be horror. It can be books, anything that you're like, oh, wow, this was good. I want to share this, tell people about it. I only watched one thing since we last recorded. I don't necessarily know if it was notable, but it's the only thing I have, so I'll share. I just watched The Astronaut. I love aliens. Right. Love them. And I thought it was a really cool storyline. The story idea was good, but I wasn't as wowed with the movie. There were some cool elements. I think it's worth a watch, but I did like the story idea. And that's that.
Cool. I can go next
if
no one has anything, and I'll just say one thing. Went to see Wuthering Heights in theaters.
Oh yeah,
I loved it.
Oh, you did? Okay,
it's getting a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say it's getting a lot of shit. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
People are shitting on it, but I loved it.
Okay.
That's my favorite thing to do is shit on movies that everybody else is enjoying. Not just because. Ian says that he's the unhinged one, but it's actually me.
And I can confirm this is true. It's his favourite pastime, telling people, "Hi, see that film you loved? I thought it was fucking dog shit." I'm just like, you're lying, man. You're lying. Nah, man, I ain't lying. It was straight up dog shit, son. Straight up dog shit. I wouldn't even have that played at my funeral, son. And they're just like, and I'm just like, oh, bro, he would go again.
And it's when they really get pissed off that I get really into it. It's kind of like a Key and Peele skit where I just sit there with a little stress ball and I'm like, keep on. I like that you're so angry because I'm loving this.
That's hilarious. It's great.
But as for something I've watched recently, I have not seen it in so long, was Blackula. I watched it last night with the guys, podcast on Elm Street. And I was like, this is such a fucking weird ass movie, but it's so fun still. And
did you do a viewing with them?
I did. Yeah, there was
Did Brooke ask for me at all?
It was somebody else's viewing, right?
It was somebody else's viewing, and yes, Brooke was there. He didn't say anything about you, but you know what I did say for him? I said, Brooke, this would be a lot better if your mustache was back.
Yeah, I'm actually going to message him and find out what he used to shave the tash off. Was it a Gillette Wilkinson sword bick? Because I'm going to put a formal complaint into the company that produced that fucking weapon of destruction that destroyed that tash of his.
It has to be animal shears. That's the only thing I can think of. Like what you would shave the cat's ass with, that would have to be the only thing that can cut through that big ass mustache that he had.
Oh, man.
I mean, doesn't he still have one? I'm like trying to think back to last week.
Tawny
shaved it off.
Since
Mark
then?
Mark
Grassed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had it when he was on our show last weekend, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was like Thursday night, he shaved it off, and then Mark sent the message to our Discord. So it was the first thing I saw on Friday morning. So
because he tagged you, you in it.
It wasn't a good day to start my Friday. It wasn't a good time to start my Friday, but it's all right. Therapy sorted it out for me.
Oh my god!
But then he tried to be nice about it a little bit later on, and then he sent a different picture. But I'm pretty sure he AI generated a Fu Manchu going on.
I see,
and I was
it.
like, oh no.
I'm looking at it now. Did he send it? Oh, I see. He has like a line, but he shaved it down. Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, that's a fake moustache that he put on, the bastard. That's a fraud
that's
well,
the
by
Fu
the
Manchu.
way. That's a fraud.
That's a fraud stash. Oh man, I don't even know what we were talking about. Blackula at the watch party. Yeah, Brooks mustache.
Talking about Brooks mustache.
How about you, Ian? Is there anything you've seen, listened to, read? Notable?
The only recent thing I'd watched was Friendship with Paul Rudd and that comedian, and I laughed my ass off throughout the entire film. So funny.
I love Paul Rudd. He is so funny. Awesome. All right.
I did watch it after you told me to watch it, Ian. And I was like, yep, he was right. Yeah. If it gets you in comedy, it's going to definitely get me, because you're like one of them that comedy is a hit and miss. But if it tickled you, I was like, it's going to make me happy.
That's awesome.
All right. Are we ready to talk about this movie?
Yeah. Ready.
All right. So we are talking about The Lost Boys from 1987. The director was Joel Schumacher. I assume that's how you say it. I went to look up what else he had done, and I only took a note of a few things. But he directed Flatliners, the original, a bunch of music videos, which makes a lot of sense. I think he actually did a lot of sort of sourcing, and he already had connections with a bunch of musicians for the soundtrack to this movie. And he also directed The Number 23 and Phone Booth. Those were the only ones I recognized. I'm sure there were a lot of other ones that other people know about, but okay, so for main cast, this is a big ass cast. I was like, it's been a long time since I've looked at the whole list and actually can't take anything off because there's so many people in the movie that are critical. So we've got Jason Patrick as Michael, Corey Haim as Sam, Kiefer Sutherland as David, Corey Feldman as Edgar Frog, Jameson Newlander as Alan Frog, Jamie Gertz as Star, Diane Wiest as Lucy, Edward Herman as Max, Bernard Hughes played the grandfather, and then Alex Winter as Marco. This was like a weird cast. I'll just throw this in now. This was an interesting cast because I was looking at everybody just going like, that person looks familiar and that person looks familiar. I mean, obviously some of them do, but even like the not as obviously famous people looked familiar. And I went to go see what else they had all been in. And I was like, just really coming up short. I was like, I feel like I know these people, but I haven't seen anything that they're in, except for Alex Winter is obviously in Bill and Ted movies. Yeah. That's what I recognized him from. And then Jameson Newlander, I would not have guessed this. He's the one who played Alan Frog. He's the mayor in Bone Tomahawk, which is
really
interesting. Yeah.
Huh. That is interesting.
I've watched that film so many times and I did not realise that was him. Boom. Every day's a school day.
Yes. Okay, so for budget, I have 8.5 million. Box office, it looks like worldwide was about 33 million. So it was a financial success. Score-wise, we've got 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. Letterboxd gave this a 3.7 out of 5, and IMDb a 7.2 out of 10. Okay, so next I am going to just give like a quick synopsis of the movie, but I am going to spoil it, so if you don't want this movie spoiled for you, turn back now. After moving to the coastal town of Santa Carla with their mother Lucy, brothers Michael and Sam discover the town is plagued by vampires. Michael falls for a mysterious girl named Star and is drawn into a biker gang led by the charismatic and dangerous David. After being tricked into drinking vampire blood, Michael begins transforming and struggles to resist killing. Sam teams up with local vampire hunters Edgar and Alan Frog, and together they attack the gang, killing most of them and seemingly saving Michael. However, Michael doesn't return to normal, revealing that the head vampire is still alive. The truth is exposed when Lucy's seemingly kind boss, Max, reveals himself as the head vampire, who manipulated everything to gain access to the family. Before Max can fully claim them, the boy's eccentric grandpa crashes his truck through the house, impaling Max and killing him. With the head vampire dead, Michael, Star, and the others are freed from the curse. Grandpa casually shrugs off the chaos, remarking that the one thing he could never stomach about Santa Carla was all the damn vampires.
Great job.
So, I have a question just to kind of start us off. I'm curious about everyone's experience with this movie. I assume everyone's seen it but me. So, what was your experience with the first time you watched it?
So this is one of the first horror films I ever saw. Like, I was really young. I'm talking like under the age of 5 years old. It premiered on Scottish television, and my dad taped it for me, which I could remember bits of. It wasn't until I was round about 11 years old when I rewatched it, and that's when I really kind of got it. And I can remember, like, maybe for about a week running around the playground at primary school just shouting at random people "death by stereo" because I thought that was such a cool scene. Folk were like, who the fuck is this guy? What is this death by stereo? And I was just like, death by stereo, dude, death by stereo, and they're all going, what the fuck? Yeah, it's one of my favourite vampire films. That's why I chose this, and basically because you girls have covered just about every single horror film there is going. So yeah, I love this film. It's one of my favourites. Guilty pleasure as well, because it is cheesy.
So it seemed like growing up, I think that my mom would put this movie on at least once a month. And she'd always be like, oh, I'm so in love with Kiefer Sutherland, to the point that even after this movie, anything that he was in, she was there for it. She was watching every single one. And it was like, okay, I guess I get it. And then now I'm an adult. And just when I talked to my dad a second ago, he said, oh, what are you doing today? I said, oh, watching Lost Boys. He said, you love Kiefer Sutherland, don't you? I was like, not particularly, but I'm going to have to deal with this how I deal with it. And he said, shut up. You know you love him just like your mom did. But but yeah, I remember watching this just all the damn time when I was growing up, and I hated it for a long time because it was one of those that when you're forced to watch something over and over again, you just kind of like, I don't like this anymore. But as I'm an adult now, I'm like, okay, well, maybe this isn't as bad as I really thought it was. Just kind of like how I used to hate eating Mexican food, but now I love it. Now I want a burrito. Like right now, I'm thinking about a burrito.
Oh, I love that. I saw it when I was 11, and I saw it when it came out, and I loved it. And I've mentioned this before, but my first record was the soundtrack to this movie that I played over and over and over again. Absolutely loved Kiefer Sutherland. I believe Stand By Me came out before this, and I loved him as Ace in Stand By Me. Was a huge Stephen King fan, so would just read and watch everything he did. Yeah, I loved him in that. I loved him in this. When I turned it on just the other night, it was all this nostalgia because I just gosh, I thought the girl was so beautiful and just the style and the vampires were just so cool. And I loved Corey Haim, and it just it just felt good watching it again. But yeah, so I was 11 and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I got the soundtrack. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How about you? Oh, Tawny. How was your first time watching it?
Right. Yeah. I have never seen this before. I've heard a lot about it right here and there. And so I thought I was going to hate it, to be honest, because 80s movies are hit and miss for me. Sometimes they're a little too zany. And I thought that might be the case here. Like it might be too cheesy. But I was surprised by how much I enjoyed the experience of watching it. I was like, oh, there's God, cheesy moments, but they're not I don't know. They're fine. I'm down with them,
That makes me so happy because I never know.
Guy.
Yes, totally.
Yes, right? His shine.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Do you know what? I absolutely love the fact because there was 3 writers for this film. And I love the fact at some point that they've been sitting around a table and someone's went, do you know what this film's missing? And one of them's went, what? And they've went, needs this scene, right, where Michael and Sam go to the boardwalk and it's nighttime and there's a band playing, but the lead singer is topless with a ponytail, hair greased back, just to the gills on steroids, covered in so much grease that he looks like the greasiest man that came from Greasetown. And he has a saxophone. And somebody's went, I know a guy. I know the very guy. And then you just get that scene of Tim Capello playing the saxophone and singing I Still Believe. It's incredible.
This is all Schumacher's doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be. I mean, I was like, this guy looks so familiar. Again, I was like, I feel like I know, isn't this a real artist? So when I was doing the research, I mean, yes, definitely. He toured with Tina Turner and he was in the band with her and was in one of the music videos that she had recorded for Mad Max. But I wonder, I wouldn't have known him from that. I think I must just recognize this from probably pop culture references. Mm. Over and over again, because I was like, I know this guy, but I don't know from where.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tim. Oh, sorry, on you go, brother.
I was gonna say I'd be surprised if Diddy doesn't try to sue him for all that baby oil that he was using.
Yeah, those two are the two main purchasers of.
They're keeping them afloat and alive.
Yes.
I think Tim Capello to this day still probably makes a steady income from his appearance in this film. Just probably plays that one song, just picks up all the kind of reaps and benefits of the money from it. Definitely.
I read somewhere that actually he will go to conferences or not. What's the word?
Conventions.
Conventions. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, conventions and
conferences.
Conferences oh, hey, we're gonna have him be dancing up on the table and he's gonna be shaking his shit and playing the sax. I hope that you guys are ready for work today.
Right before we get into some sales training.
Yeah. This guy's like, gentlemen, I'd like to talk about today's stats, but first, here's Tim. I still believe. He's fucking tremendous.
Oh shit. But yeah, he still does. He'll go and he'll perform at conventions, not conferences, but conventions. So I mean, he is probably still making money on this.
Yeah, but now I want to have a job where I could have a conference and have Tim just come in there and just start playing for me.
I just want to recommend this to my company.
You
So
should.
bad.
You should.
Oh man, I'm crying.
And make sure it plays through the elevators too. Everybody has to hear it at all times.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Productivity would go up.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Damn.
Damn right.
This is the most fun. Fortunately, I work for a tech company where it's a very young. That's not unfortunate. In case anyone hears this, it's not unfortunate. Young people are brilliant, but I wonder if they would know.
Yeah, like
I wonder if they would know why he's so important to this conference.
If they didn't know then, they will know by the end.
Yes, this is true. They'll be looking him up and stuff. Ooh,
who the fuck is this Tim guy? I have got to get his number.
This is so good.
Can he play at my kid's birthday party?
For real.
Tawny, I do want to say that I'm very happy to hear that you had a good experience because I never know. I grew up with 80s movies. So a lot of these movies that I recommend we watch, there's so much nostalgia wrapped up into them. And they were so scary and were so amazing when I was young. But then Tawny seeing them for the first time, a lot of the times they haven't landed. So I'm glad that this has landed.
Yeah.
I get that though. I get it, like, because I'm kind of, similar to yourself. I watched all these films kind of growing up, so they are, there's nostalgia and they're sentimental, but I get it now when you recommend it to people and they watch it and they go, that was dog shit. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like I can remember like even going back to like the late 90s and telling folk to watch Halloween and folk watching it and coming back and going, brother, nothing happened in that. It was garbage. And I'm just like, right, okay, okie doke.
Yeah, that's what I encounter with my kids. I think I'd mentioned that on your guys' show that I was so excited that they loved The Labyrinth because you never know with the effects that they can see now, seeing these old shows, or these old movies, are they going to like them? But sometimes things just land. Like my little one loved watching the original Nosferatu. I kept telling her, you're not going to like this. I mean, it's lower your expectations, but she was really into it. She was super fascinated.
I don't have anything on the horror subject right now, but I did have a little video game chat with a buddy of mine the other day. And for some reason, I just started singing James and the Giant Peach. And I don't know why or where it even came from, but I started singing it. And he said, oh my God, I'm going to watch James and the Giant Peach tonight. And he said, fuck, that movie is terrible. He said, but the kids loved it. So that was good enough for me. I was like, yeah. It didn't make it very well through the ages, unfortunately.
Yeah, watching it as an adult is rough. I have seen clips of it recently, and that's one that I did watch when I was a kid, so I have love for it and nostalgia. But I mean, that little kid is fucking annoying. Yeah. Watching it as an adult, you're like, oh my God, James, shut up.
Why is that spider doing a seductive ass dance for everybody to see?
Yeah, weird.
So, going around, now that we know how you felt when you watched it, how was this second watch, third watch, 100th watch? How was your most recent experience watching this movie? What are your thoughts on it? Your original
This is
overall.
like a comfort viewing for me, like, just fire it on and enjoy it. Yep, seen it loads of times, lost count of the amount of times I've watched this. I laugh at every line that comes out the grandpa's mouth, every line. Yeah. And it's like, what I mean? Like, you watch this as a kid and you're kind of like, oh, I'd be so cool being a vampire. I want to be David, or, I want to be Michael or Paul or Dwayne or Marco. And now I watch it and I'm like, I want to be the grandpa. Like out there, like in the middle of nowhere, like absolutely zero fucks given. And like, I mean, the two highlights for me with the grandpa is when the mother invites Max round for dinner and she's like, Dad, we're having guest rounds tonight. And he's like, guests again? And she's like, Dad, we haven't had guests in this house since Mom died. And he goes, and we're having guests again. And then the bit where he takes Sam to the car and he's like, okay, let's go to town. And then it's like, he starts revving up the engine and he's like, gotta warm this up for a bit. okay, let's go. And then it's like he sounds like he's going to start the car to go, and then he just switches the engine off and gets out the car. And Sam goes, I thought we were going to town. And he's like, that's as close to town as I like to get. Like, this guy is an absolute stallion. But yeah, there's what I love about this film is like, see to this day, see the scene where, you know, Michael's drank the wine or the blood, and they all climb under the train tracks as that train comes along. That's still intense, even though I've watched that scene. I remember the first time ever seeing that, when they start just falling through the mist, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? You know, and Michael's screaming and the train's going over, and, you know, you've got a nice, with the grandpa, like the bits of comedy, but then, like, see when the violence and the gore comes out, like it comes out here, like that bit where there's the sort of punk rockers dancing at the kind of fire, and they're in the tree. Those guys get ripped apart. And then even, like, you know, the vampire's demise at the end, like, you know, Paul gets melted in a bathtub full of holy water, and then, as stated before, death by stereo, when Dwayne gets hit by the arrow and he flies into stereo and explodes to the sound of NXS pumping out of the speakers. It's just incredible. And then, you know, again, the twist at the end where you think David's the head vampire, and the whole time it's Max. And do you remember the first time when it gets revealed that Max is the vampire, and he's got the makeup on and everything. He's looking at Lucy. That's what the mum's called, and he's like, I still want you though, Lucy. And he does that horrible thing with the tongue.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh God,
Yeah.
like, fucking hell. So yeah, this is just a real nostalgia feel for me. I love it. Always enjoyed it. I don't think I'll ever get bored of it.
Nice. We had a good laugh about that. The tongue. I was like, what the fuck was that? I did, just watching it as an adult, didn't think it was scary, but was silly. It was very silly. But yeah, I'm wondering about that. And I know it sounds like all of you watched this when you were young. I mean, you know, I'm watching this in 2026 as an adult who's watched, you know, countless horror movies, and I was like, damn, some of this stuff is fucking scary looking. Like, with the contacts, the like yellow contacts, I feel like, you know, Michael standing in the shadows looks like Evil Dead, you know, like the girl from Evil Dead. Just fucking scary. Did this like traumatize you all? Like, I'm having a really hard time.
No, because there was a cool factor to it.
Okay.
Like, you know, you like, yes, like, it is scary, but just because the characters had so much charisma, you know, and I think this is maybe like, because vampires up to this point as well had been Count Dracula. You know, it was guys with capes and the widow's peak and the red eyes, and, you know, and then you've all of a sudden got these, like, you know, they're kids, well, they're teenagers, but, you know, they're hip and they're cool, and yeah, so there's that sort of charismatic coolness about them. You know, I can guarantee the amount of people that watched this when it first came out that were probably like, that's what I want to be. I want to be one of these vampires, you know, sleep all day, kill people at night, never get old. You know, it's just kind of, it's iconic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. The vampires were so cool with their hairband hair and their leather, and they were just really cool. And there was a good balance of comedy as well. So thinking back, that's what I remember most, is that I thought they were really cool, and I also laughed. So I don't remember being traumatized or having nightmares or anything like that.
Interesting.
Nope. I don't ever remember any nightmares from it. I thought it was more funny throughout most of the movie, and I always wanted to go into the comic book shop, and I wanted to meet the Frog Brothers, but yeah, I guess I wasn't quite nerdy enough for them to be allowed in.
Yeah. Big hurdle that you have to jump over to be cool in their books.
Yeah, exactly. I was a nerd, but just not their nerd, not nerdy for them.
Yeah, same.
You play video games, not read comic books, you fucking nerd. Get out of here.
I was going to say, I think this also had very much of a feel. I just looked it up just to make sure I was in kind of the right time period, but where Goonies, was out. And so this had very much that kind of a feel too, with the Frog Brothers and with, Corey Haim. What was his character? Sam. So it had that bit of a feel as well to me. That's what I remember.
Miriam, this originally was going to be directed by Richard Donner, who directed the Goonies, and it was going to have a more Goonies feel to it. And the two Frog Brothers were going to be like two overweight kind of 8-year-olds. But then Richard Donner, he bailed out because he had to go and do something else. And then Joel Schumacher came in and was like, nah, let's make this darker and make all the characters older. So they're kind of late teens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe since it was written that way, it still had that little bit of a feel, even though it was dark.
Yeah.
Enough for me to be like, oh no, this was cool and fun.
And I love it that like the well, maybe with the exception of David, but like the other three, Marco, Paul and Dwayne, they all look like straight out of hair metal bands.
Yeah.
And I love it when Paul gets killed by Nanook and Sam meets them in the dark and he's like, I nailed one downstairs with a bow and arrow. And Edgar goes, we nailed the one that looked like Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
Well, Nanook helped a little, and I was like, that's a great reference.
Yes. Oh God, I loved their style.
Me too.
I loved it. I was wondering, was Santa Cruz, I know this was in Santa Carla, but it was filmed in Santa Cruz. I was like, was Santa Cruz like that? Just like everybody was so styled, hanging out everywhere.
Yeah.
It was just like,
yeah. I had a moment where I was like, I told Jada, I was like, there is an inordinate amount of like punk looking people that they keep showing, which like is great. But I was like, I can't imagine that it was really like that, but maybe.
And a lot of dry humping.
A lot of that.
I think that's accurate. I think that's accurate of the 80s on the cruise.
As I was watching it, I was like, man, everybody's going to be hurting tomorrow. It's almost like everybody's been taking ecstasy and everybody's just, it's just the greatest thing in the world right now. And then tomorrow they're going to all wake up and be like, fuck, my hip. What did I do last night?
Totally. I was
bringing it around town.
I do have something about this and Santa Cruz. So it is kind of supposed to like represent Santa Cruz, and it did have the reputation of being the murder capital of the world because of, there was three like prominent serial killers. It's John Lindsay Frazier. I'm not sure who that is. Herbert Mullen and Ed Kemper. There were 28 murders over a 30-month period between 1970 and 1973.
Oh, that's fascinating.
I knew you'd like that, Miriam.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like that it happened.
Right.
But it has happened, and I like that you brought it up.
Yeah.
And there's a story behind it.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
I remember when I watched it originally, again, loved the vampires. That was the main thing, specifically Kiefer Sutherland, again, because we have a history from Stand By Me. So loved him. My husband was saying, oh yeah, I thought Michael was the coolest guy when I saw this. So yeah, I just thought, oh, it'd be great to be Michael. I obviously wanted to be Star, all of that. Now watching it, still love all of those people, but I feel Corey Haim steals the show. He is so fucking adorable. He is funny, but like in this realistic way. His reactions, I just felt like he stole the show. He was my focus, and I just absolutely love him in this movie. So that would be a change. I mean, I remember loving him back then too, because I think, yeah, my age, I watched all the Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, all of those guys, all those movies they were in, I watched them. But I remember very specifically loving the vampires. And this time I just wanted to squeeze him. What a great character. Just hug him. What a great guy.
Yeah, it's great. The whole sort of like, because he's not your sort of like your usual kind of hero. It's like he is scared of the dark. He's scared of all the stuffed animals that the grandpa keeps, putting in his room. The whole going to bed with garlic because, he thinks Michael's going to bite his neck. When Star appears at the house and, comes through the window, he's hiding under the bed covers, and then eventually kind of draws the courage to finally take one of them on. But yeah, so I love the bit as well where he first meets the Frog Brothers and he's like, you guys got a problem? They're like, we're just checking out your civilian civilian clothing. And he's like, yeah, pretty cool, huh? And then what is it? Edgar asks him, it's like, where did you? They're having the conversation about the comics, and he goes, "Where are you from? Krypton?" And he's like, "Phoenix, actually. But lucky me, I got to move here." And you're just like, guy's full of wit and charm, isn't he?
I felt so happy that he came from where I live. So, I'm sorry, Evan. I interrupted you.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and his outfits were phenomenal all the way through. Like everything he was dressed up in, I was like, huh. How cool. Like, I think at one point he had like stick figures on his shirt, and I was like, oh, I like that. Like, it's like drawn on with crayons. I was like, that's nice. I like that.
It's like high fashion level. My Miami Vice vibe. I said, whoa, look at those shoulder pads. So it was so cute because he was what you were saying, Ian, like this nervous, scared kid, funny, goofy, nerdy, but also like really cool and confident. Like he walked in there with that style, his hair, just like you were saying, Evan, that clothes he was wearing and his hair and everything. And he's like, yeah, this is who I am. So he was also like uber confident.
There's a line I noticed in the film in this watch that Sam has, and I've never noticed it before. And it's when he finds out that Michael's a vampire, and he obviously is on the phone to Lucy, telling her, like, listen, I've got something to tell you. And then Michael obviously appears at the window with the other phone in his hand. And then he's like, Mom, he's here, he's going to kill me. So you obviously get the bit where, he's at the window giving it the cross, and Michael's going, like, Sam, let me in, please, I'm your brother. And he opens the window and he pulls it in, and Mike goes, Sam, don't tell Mom. And he goes, I don't know, Mike. It's not like hiding a D grade from school. Which is like tremendous.
Yeah, some of the dialogue was really, really good, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's got some class one-liners in it.
Yeah. I'm kind of going backwards a little bit, but one thing I wanted to see what you guys thought of is the vampires. Like, they all look so good and authentic, and except for Alex Winter as Marco. I'm like, what? Why? This is weird, right? Is it just me? Is it because this is the first time I'm seeing it?
I think it's probably because, he's the first vampire to be killed off. So they're like, okay, well, we don't really have to spend so much money on you, Alex Winter. So everything else has to go to everybody else. And of course, we have to pay Tim, the sax man. He has to be paid the most out of everybody.
Definitely.
But we'll do a little bit for you, Alex Winter. You already look kind of vampire-ish anyways, but,
He just looks so fucking goofy compared to everybody else. Like, everybody else looks kind of intimidating and scary, like a cool, sexy vampire should. And then we've got this fucking guy.
Do you think it was his hair or something?
I definitely.
He's a lot smaller as well compared to the other three. He is a lot shorter. So yeah, he's not as an intimidating presence.
Maybe if they gave him some like wild, wavy, like Sex and the City, Carrie Bradshaw hair, weaved it in. It's big and curly. Right.
But instead we've got like basically a rat tail, but a long one, a wide one.
I don't even remember.
He was trying to be his own vampire Lestat from Interview with the Vampire, but it failed out.
Yeah.
Yes. I pulled them up to because those other two guys.
Yeah.
And Kiefer. Yeah. Oh,
I also read somewhere, sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place now, but I think I read somewhere that Kiefer Sutherland was like 17. Do you guys know if that's right?
He was pretty young when he done this. It was as they'd been pointed out earlier. It was, you know, he done Stand By Me, and then he would have been pretty young when he done this.
That's wild to me. I can't imagine being 17 and acting as well as he was acting, I guess. Like, and he doesn't look that young to me. But
I just saw this picture because he does not, to me, he looks older, way older than that. But there's this Santa Carla County Sheriff's Office missing poster. And then most definitely he looks
oh yeah, he's young
like
looking.
A young boy.
Yeah.
Well, he did age gracefully, kind of about like his dad. His dad aged gracefully as well. And it's like, well, I guess if you've been in Hollywood for so long, either you've been drinking the blood of the innocent, or you just got a really good plastic surgeon, or you just got good genetics. One of the three.
Yeah.
I like to bet on the drinking the blood of the innocent, but that's just me.
Yes. I can say watching it a second time around too, I did not notice this when I saw it the first time way back when, or multiple times. I think it's been, gosh, it has had to have been at least a couple years that I've seen this movie, or 3 years. So there's been a good chunk of time. Was Michael's reactions hit me different this time around? Not in a bad way. I still love it. Still love the movie. Still love everything. But for example, when he's eating rice and it's maggots, and then he drops it and it's not, he's like, and I'm like, well, I mean, this is like, okay. And then he's like, yeah, have some worms. And he's like, oh, don't eat those, are worms. And he's like, no, they're just noodles. And he's like, and I'm like, okay, are you not questioning anything that's going on here? And then some interaction with Star too, when she arrives, and he's really cold to her and kind of like a little violent and just, yeah. And I get it because he's a vampire, but you SOB, she literally said, don't. I mean, I know she was like, don't do it, Michael. But still, she did say don't. You could have asked some questions. And I guarantee, hands down, I put all my money on it that if he would have said, why? And she was like, don't drink it, you'll turn into a vampire. He would have went, sure. Right. And he would have drank it anyways. Yeah. So
totally.
I feel like he was a little hard on her. Just saying. Feel bad for Star.
This whole dynamic was weird to me. Like,
he was a little predatory, wasn't he? He was like, I see you, I am going to have you. I mean, back then I was just like, ooh, romance. But
yeah, that was a little creepy. But then also like, I don't know, the dynamic with David was weird to me, because I was like, I'm not getting like, oh, I want to be part of this, like bring me into the fold kind of a situation. It's like a weird rivalry. And so I'm like, why is he even going along with any of this shit? Like, this is weird. But I was like, he must just be trying to like impress them. I don't know why, because it seems like he's more interested in Star than these dudes. But
well, maybe if Star's rolling with them, he thought, you know, she obviously hangs out with them. Maybe this is what she's into, and you know, and then look, I love guys. You guys are great. Just saying, when this competition gets like, you know, kind of puffing up your chest. I don't know about you guys, but they start puffing up their chests. They go, I can ride my motorcycle faster. That was one. Okay. When they were playing chicken, and then when Michael went down on his motorcycle and he gets up and he punches David, well, you were doing it too. Like, why are you mad? He didn't make you do that. Yeah, he did, because he was trying to be tougher than me. I don't like it. You know what I mean? I thought that was funny. I hope I didn't offend you guys.
No.
Okay. I don't think you guys are like that. I'm just saying.
No, because I was thinking it was awfully weird when, after Michael drank the blood and we realized that Michael was an extreme lightweight when it comes down to blood drinking.
Yes.
And then that party that was going on down there, I told my wife, I said, honey, this is just one gigantic sausage fest. What the fuck is going on in here? This is not cool. Star's left. There's no women. There's just these guys, this macho mono shit. And it's like, I don't think I want any part of this. Like, I don't even think at that age I wanted any part of that. That's weird. Like, hey, man, I'm a lightweight. Get out of here. I don't know who you are. You've been drinking this shit. Get away from me. Leave me alone, man.
Yeah, you said that. You said it really well. That macho kind of,
Mano y mano.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mine's bigger than yours. Yeah. No,
Mine
girls
goes
have
left
their own
and
thing.
right, not just to the left.
Yes. And girls definitely have their own thing, that we've seen in movies too. But yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, because he takes a sip and is like, and he's like really vibing. But I mean, it is David's blood. Maybe we all would have been that way.
I mean, I don't know.
The blood has LSD in it, Michael.
Yeah, I just think it's strange how he drinks that. At no point does he go, that's kind of irony.
Yeah.
Tastes like iron. That's like, guys, is this blood? No, it's wine, Michael. Are you sure? I'm telling you, mate, it's wine. Tastes like blood. Like you just shut it. You thought there was like maggots and worms, floating about, and they weren't. So you're just imagining it. All right, cool, sweet.
Yeah,
yes.
Totally.
Very liquidy blood.
They told me if we put pennies in the wine that it makes it taste better and it ages gracefully. I don't know.
This part too was funny because it was like I laughed because there's just a lot of screaming, like we get the little montage of him, falling. It's like it goes on for too long. Very funny. But I do have a note on this scene. So according to the director, MTV music videos had educated a whole new generation to surreal images and non sequitur storytelling. And so he said a lot of the things we did in this movie would have seemed too odd to people before MTV, and that gave us a lot of license to play with things. So the effects of Michael's transition from human to half vampire play out as if he'd taken something or had a really rowdy night with the boys instead of a transformation into a vampire.
Oh, that's cool. I like
Neat.
that.
I did like when he was falling and he tilts his head back and he stops screaming for all of like 2 seconds. And then he like looks back like, is it time? Oh yeah. I gotta still scream. I was like, oh, nice. I'm tired of screaming that. Okay.
Back to what you mentioned, Ian, about the train tracks. Watching this yet again, I felt the same thing. Like how intense that would be to be hanging there. Again, I want to be cool. Like these guys are cool. They're egging me on. They're calling me chicken sort of situation. If you need to go, you can go. Right. So he goes down there. Well, first is terrifying. Well, first, the strength of these guys to jump like this and grab a pole, but they are vampires. And so then he climbs down there and just that shaking. And that is a moment in the movie where you're like, oh my God, this is actually really terrifying. And then being in a position where they're like, let go, Michael. And they all let go. And you have to, you don't have to trust. Well, no, he did at that point because he couldn't pull himself up.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? That was really terrifying.
It's even like this, obviously the bars they're holding on, he starts shaking violently with that, just the weight and the power of that train. But then it's like the noise as well. You just put yourself in that situation. You'd be like, I'd be utterly, the train alone would be terrifying. And then when these guys start dropping, off this bridge, which looks like they've taken up some sort of suicide pact and they're now plummeting to their death, you would just be like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what have I signed up for? These guys are off their head.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say with the amount that they held themselves up for, I'm pretty damn sure I would bet my money on they could go on to American Ninja Warrior and beat everybody.
Yes. Hands down. They do
Just
well in the beast
swinging
games.
across everything. Yeah. Yep. We don't need to know that you're a vampire. You're good. You're good. Come on.
Yeah. I had a note here where you would think these boys, the Frog Brothers and Sam going into the vampire lair might be a little more quiet. that was all I thought. I mean, like, maybe you want to sneak up on these vampires, but that's cool. They were very sound asleep, so it worked out just fine. But I had made that note. Come on, you guys, be quiet. And I also love the transition after the credits. This is after People Are Strange, which is still one of my favorite songs. It goes into that Elton John saxophone song. I just loved it. It's just the credits, like after People Are Strange are done, then it's just like this Elton John song. Oh gosh, it totally escaped my mind what it was, but I loved this mix of this, like, we were talking about it, but this kind of like calm, jazzy saxophone with this really hardcore, little sister type music. And I just loved it. Soundtrack, one of my favorites.
Frog Brothers as well, just going back to that, where you kind of get like, because they obviously, Edgar has staked somebody before because he stakes Marco with absolutely no issues, but they're not quite as professional as they make out to be. There's a lot of talk, because even, it's like, yep, you've got the stake and everything, but like, it's the bit at the end where it gets revealed that Max is the head vampire, and Alan's like, but you passed all the tests. And he's like, don't ever invite a vampire into your home, you silly little boy. It renders you powerless. And they're like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that one. It's like, you fucking dumbasses.
I loved these brothers too. They were so funny.
Did you notice as well that, like, the second time Sam meets them, when he goes back into their comic store during the day, there's two adults behind the counter, stoned out of their box. Yes. And I was like, is that their mum and dad? Is that their mum and dad who are just bonged out their face? And these two boys just cut about like, well, what do you want to do the day, Edgar? I don't know, Alan. Let's just tell people we're vampire killers and hunters. Yeah, cool. We'll make some money out of that. Sweet.
Totally.
So cute.
They're just pass the fuck out back then. Like, these kids running around killing vampires, just not concerned at all.
There was this scene, I loved the mom. I thought she was also very endearing. And whenever I see this actress, I think of Edward Scissorhands, but she always just plays this lovable woman. She was in the bar, right, or restaurant. So she was at work. And it is when Sam called her and he was freaking out. There was a woman behind her. So when she was talking about going on a date with that head vampire guy, or maybe having him for dinner, I don't remember exactly when this was, but there was a woman. And so when she was talking about the head vampire, the woman like looked over her shoulder, and then again, and then again, and then again. And then the next scene was from a different angle, but the woman was there and she's looking at her and looking at her. And I was like, so either she's a part of the vampire crew and knows that he is a head vampire, or this is a terrible extra that nobody caught.
Yeah, I think it's a terrible extra, Miriam, because I've noticed her this, that she even looks at the camera a couple of times. I clocked her. Yeah, she's a bad extra.
I actually did read that. I think she was supposed to be a character in the movie, and they ended up just cutting the rest of her scenes. I don't remember her name, and I didn't write it down. But I think she was supposed to play a bigger role, but just ended up getting cut out. And I think I read that you can see them. They're like deleted scenes on the DVD.
Okay, nice. So maybe in that scene where all she had to do was look over her shoulder was so abysmal that they didn't even want to use the other scenes. Okay. I was wondering, because I thought maybe when the mom hung up, she might say something like, oh, I hear you're going to dinner with so-and-so or something, but no, just go. Okay.
I love the scene with Lucy and Michael, where he's obviously came back. It's the morning after he finds out that David and the rest of the boys are in fact vampires, and he looks like hammered shit, and he's walking in, and she's sitting chilling with like a coffee, and I think she's like, are we still friends? And he's like, sure. And he comes across as a total bratty kind of like teenager, but I just love the whole sort of engagement between the two of them. It's so like, you would genuinely believe these two are mother and son. And then even when, she's like, tell me about your problems. And he's like, Mum, girls aren't my problems right now. You genuinely would not know. And then she finishes the sentence off. And it's like a really nice, kind of scene between the two of them. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, Lucy, you genuinely do not know what he's going through because he's turning into a vampire. A goddamn shit-sucking vampire.
Yeah. I have to agree with you on that because I have those conversations with my kids. We still friends? And then like, oh, Mom, I know, I wouldn't understand. I've not experienced any of these things. And sometimes like even with my daughter, my 12-year-old, she'll like if I say that, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't understand. And she's like, no, I know you would. I'm just not ready to talk about it.
Cute.
I'm thinking that the magazine that Lucy was reading was most likely the TV guide. So she probably could have found every answer that she needed in that TV guide. Oh, you want to talk about how you're a vampire? We'll look at the TV guide, and that'll tell us everything that we need to know, honey. Just like Grandpa says, you don't need a TV. All you need is the TV guide.
Right, you're right.
Should we talk about the climactic ending of this movie? It was lots of stuff going on.
Oh, Tawny, before you get into the ending, I just want to make one comment of a note I had. What I really liked about this movie all throughout, every single scene, there's so much to look at. If you're on the boardwalk, there's just so many different people, so many different things happening, different areas. There's so much at the house. There's so much things to see in the yard, inside the house. There was just like, I don't even know why I liked this so much, but I loved that there was just so much. I don't even know how to explain it. There was just so much visually appealing to look at.
It was a very unique set and setting. Mm-hmm. And then they did sort of take the like production design to like a maximalist sort of space. And I thought that was cool. It gave the movie its own vibe for sure.
Yeah, even the vampire cave. Right. I find myself like looking at all the different things and wishing I had that giant Jim Morrison picture. And just like, I just loved this environment that they created in this movie.
Yeah.
And now to so many things to look at in the final battle.
So much going on. I feel like I started to get a little bit lost with just the grandioseness of the vampires dying. And I know that we kind of set this up with one of the Frog Brothers being like, sometimes they explode, sometimes they implode, blah, blah, blah. But when that vampire died and just all the pipes burst and it's just fucking everything's flooding brown water, I was like, I don't know, you've lost me. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, I was thinking that earlier on. When obviously Dwayne Paul gets melted in like the bath of holy water, and then it's like she stayed like, it's almost like the river of slime for Ghostbusters 2 starts erupting from like all the pipes and you're going, like that bath was like plugged, it was plugged shut. So what is the plug melted and it's now gone ever? I don't know. Yeah, it's a visual sort of gag or effect that is a bit like, how the hell did that happen? When Twisted Sister gets taken out. Oh, by the way, it gets taken out by Nanook as well. I love Nanook, the dog, even though he's like, he's a husky, but he's like a wee bear. I love him.
So cute.
Good call. I felt the same way about this bathroom. As it was going and going and going, I was like, oh, I don't remember this. What? And then I started to really think about it. Is it like the vampire power? Is it like there's some kind of an energy radiating off of him that's making all the pipes burst into blood? Like, what is happening? All right.
They're the Horcruxes from Harry Potter.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why it's all going like that.
I gotta say, Tawny, I also was having a hard time following, and I don't know if it's how the movie was cut, but during this, that there were so many things to look at, and I think a lot of those things happened really fast that I was sometimes confused about where I was at and what was happening next. But I still thoroughly enjoyed it. But I felt that as well.
Yeah.
And I love how, sorry, I'm just not shutting up, how the Frog brothers went and got holy water from the church super quick. But I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, me too. That was very funny. And on the way out, they're like, fight the good fight. Like, I don't know what that was.
Oh my God.
It's the reverend's doing his ceremony and everyone's just like, what the hell? There's a lot as well to fill the water pistols as well with it. It's just fucking like, what the hell are these kids doing? It's like, believe me, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
I loved the water pistols. I thought that was really funny, clever.
Yeah.
The holy water.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
Yeah. I have a note just on David getting killed. So he obviously doesn't explode or implode or melt or disintegrate like any of the other vampires. And despite what Max says, he is not really dead. This was intended to be picked up in the sequel, The Lost Girls, which was scripted but never made. And I feel like that would be a fucking awesome movie. I would love The Lost Girls.
Me too. You're right.
I don't know what it's about other than it's women. But
I don't know what it's about either, but I want it. And there was like going to be Kiefer in there. It's going to be David and the Lost Girls. Aw, I feel like we were cheated. I was wondering because it seems like those horns came out. It could have absolutely not been straight through the heart. I had thought that too.
Well, and also they're not wood. So like, even if it did pierce the heart, does it count?
Oh. Call.
I don't know that it has to do with it being wood. I think you can just stab him in the heart with whatever, right? Or am I wrong?
I mean, it's definitely a wooden stake is the vampire killing tool.
Yeah, he just became pretty again. It's like soft
he's
and
very
gentle.
fresh. Yeah, he's got like a proper baby face, hasn't he? Yeah. Max goes up and rubs him. He's just like, fucking, probably sniffed his hand afterwards. But Talking of sequels, has anyone seen the two sequels that they made in 2009?
Well, tell us about it.
They're fucking dreadful. They are awful. Awful. So it's Kiefer Sutherland's, I think, cousin or younger brother that's in it, and they're awful. They came out in, I think, 2008, 2009. Corey Haim is in the first one. I think he's in the second one and the third one, and Jameson Newlander has a cameo at the end of the second one, and then he's the villain in the third one. Yeah, they're awful. They're absolutely dreadful. Avoid at all costs.
Geez,
that's a bummer.
Oh, I see. Oh, goodness. The Lost Boys, The Thirst with Corey Feldman. Just the poster of these look. No.
Yeah, they're not good. They're not good at all.
That's a bummer. I feel like there's a lot of good material here. Like, I feel like you could do a lot of good sequels, spin-offs. There's a lot there that has legs, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's a bummer. I did also read though that I don't know if this is still in progress, but I read that in 2021 a new film was announced to be directed by Jonathan Entwistle from a script by Randy McKinnon. I don't know who those people are. Starring Noah Jupe and Jaden Martell. I don't know who those people are either, except for Jaden Martell is the kid who is he's in It. He's one of the kids.
I love this boy.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
What was the other person's name?
He was amazing as Bill in it. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other guy is Noah Jupe, Jupe.
It 2017 is my favorite.
Love it.
Oh, I recognize this boy. I don't know what from. Let's see if he.
Yeah, he looks familiar.
He looks familiar. He was in. He was in A Quiet Place. He's the little boy in A Quiet Place.
Ah, nice.
He's the son. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if it's like a reboot or a sequel or what, but
of this movie, I lost everything looking up the actors. Were you talking about they're remaking this movie with those boys?
I don't know that it's a remake. That's all I was saying is a new film was announced in 2021 and has those people in it, but that was many years ago now. So unknown.
Sorry, I spaced that. I totally spaced while we were looking up those kids, but I'm on track now.
Maybe they were waiting until they got just a little bit older to actually put that movie together.
Yeah, maybe.
This just doesn't feel like it would be right if Michael wasn't, at least 17, 18 years old. It would just feel weird at that point. Doesn't matter how young the brother is, but Michael has to be at least old enough to, of course, be into the whole peer pressuring, he's already past puberty and stuff like that. He's doing what he wants to do. He wants to have that attitude with mom and wants to do it for himself,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do think that was a good choice to make them older because it was supposed to be because they were, basing it on the Goonies. It was going to be a younger crowd. But when Joel came in, he was like, we should age these people up and make them teenagers.
I like that too, because then you have that steamy love.
Yeah.
Between Michael and Star.
Just a hunk of burning love.
Yeah. Until he blames her for everything, even though. Anyways.
Yeah.
It's not her fault.
Yeah. No.
Could take a wee bit more over the top with the violence and the gore as well for the demises at the end. Because I don't know how that would have kind of ended if it'd been, would you maybe kill off Max and then, the other four boys are just turned back to normal or, what do you do there? But yeah, so you get that sort of graphic sort of demise for all kind of four of them.
I think it would have been, I would have liked to know more about Laddie.
Me too.
And how, that could be very scary because you do see him on the missing, the carton of milk. So were these guys just like jerks and they kidnapped this little boy and forced him to drink to turn him into a vampire? That's a terrifying kidnapping situation kind of twist that could have been, I don't even know, maybe in a sequel if it was from that of finding out, about Star. Oh, yes, Evan.
Okay, so think of it like this. When that little boy, or was it a little girl that went in there with the mom, and of course, Max is trying to help, and she's like, hey, has anybody seen this boy's mom? Do you think maybe that's how Laddie got abducted in the first place? Was because, as Max said, I told you guys not to be coming in here anymore. Makes you wonder, did he grab up Laddie from that same spot for the same reason as that other kid? Because they were in there fucking sniffing around like sharks, smelling blood.
There's various different ways you can look at it. It could be that David, Marco, Dwayne, Paul, one of them was just sick and was like, I'm going to make this wee boy just for shits and giggles drink this blood, it's going to be the worst practical joke in the world. But then there's the other side of it where Max tells Lucy that he's trying to form this family. It's your boys and my boys, but all the rest of them they're older, they're teenagers, whereas Laddie's a wee boy. So it's like, if I've got this family, I've got this little boy, this eternal little boy that will constantly look at me as a sort of father figure, whereas the other four and Michael and Sam, if they to join, they're teenagers, they're arseholes basically. Whereas I can have this little boy that will, I can always look down on as my small son.
It's a really good point, like snatched from the boardwalk. And then that being his little, because they're going to be for infinity bratty teenagers. For ever.
Yeah.
Sorry. What were you saying, Tawny?
I was just going to say, I feel like I read somewhere, and I don't know if this is the intent necessarily, but I read somewhere something about Laddie being a companion for Star. So I don't know. I wondered if that wasn't maybe part of the thought process, is like she was there as a half vampire and was kind of the odd person out as the only woman, and maybe they were like, oh, you need, a little companion or someone to hang out with.
You need your own little Renfro.
Yeah.
Mm.
He was fucking scary, by the way. Yeah. Can I also say, when she's like holding him back and he's like going for those little I was like, Jesus Christ. Again, that would have scared me, I think, as a kid, as a tiny child.
That is a good comedy moment when she's like, leave him alone, he's just a little boy. And the two of them look down, he's going, and they're like, what the fuck?
Maybe they figured she's a woman. She'll want to have a kid. She can't. Let's get her a kid. It's like what you're saying, because I don't know why they wouldn't just get another woman to be a friend.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my guess too. Is like something to take care of.
Mm-hmm. I do love taking care of my little puppy, so I get it.
Yeah, because I don't know how the process of vampires having babies. They have to age at some point, but how? How the hell do they age if you're a vampire? When Dracula having babies and stuff like that with the 3 wives, and you're like, all right, man, that's great and everything, but what the fuck? How's everybody going to survive? Whether everybody just going to be bats forever? Never know.
I did have one more note here at the end. So actually a couple things here about the ending. The movie originally didn't end on a joke. After the scene with Grandpa at the refrigerator, it was supposed to cut to the surviving Lost Boys regrouping in a sunken hotel. And the last shot was of a mural on the wall made in the early 1900s with Max in it, looking exactly the same as he did at the time. So I guess all of that was in the script, but was ultimately never filmed. But then, instead we get Grandpa at the end, which I read and I thought this, but it's been highly theorized that Grandpa is actually a half vampire and the root beer was blood. That's exactly what I thought when he walks to the fridge and goes, and I was like, oh God, Grandpa, he's a half vampire, but I guess not.
That makes a lot of sense because he always goes out at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Widow Johnson.
That comment. Sorry.
The Widow Johnson. He wasn't there banging her. He was getting blood from her. Jesus.
Yes. Oh, poor thing. Oh.
Also, thanks for the fucking heads up, Grandpa. Like, if you knew that there were all these vampires, why didn't you fucking say something?
So he doesn't like the other vampires. Maybe.
Well, I don't think he actually is a vampire.
What if he is? Okay, let's go with this.
Okay.
And, kind of like in Interview with the Vampire, I mean, you live so long, there's going to be a point where you're just want to live a quiet life and do your taxidermy and kind of chill and not have to deal. And that now there's these vampires that are running amok in your quiet little spot and you don't like it.
Could be.
That would make a lot of sense on why he doesn't technically need any groceries, is because he's a vampire. So he has no real reason to go into town to buy any groceries because he's, 1, just smoking his Chiba, and 2, he's just drinking his root beer blood.
And where is he getting that root beer blood?
This theory
from the Widow
said
Johnson.
That poor lady. He just goes and drains a little bit more blood and...
I bet you a few bags there, honey.
Said that it was actually animal blood because he is a taxidermist. So he's like hunting, killing, taking the blood from animals, and then
this is the truth.
Stuffing them.
This is truth. I'm sold. I'm sold.
That's
I like
crazy.
it too.
I like that. Yep.
Because I had a flashback of him being like, "This is my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. This is where I keep my root beer." Like.
Oh,
this
yeah.
This is
funny,
my root
quirky
beer
moment.
and my double stuffed Oreos. Do not touch either one.
I have one question, not to just to pop this into here super fast. When Michael drank milk and then he had that horrible stomach pain and was on the floor, I thought, because he's a vampire and he can't eat human food. However, they're all eating Chinese food in the cave. So maybe that wasn't it, or that was a miss. I don't know if I had a question. I think I just had a statement about that particular thing about the milk. And
he may be like me, and he may lactose and have toddler ants. You never know. That's true. It's a pretty foul thing. And when you look at that milk, you're thinking to yourself, damn, I'd like a glass, but I don't think this is going to be good for me later.
And they just decided to keep that in the movie.
Yeah.
By the way, he's also lactose intolerant, just so you get to know him a little better as a character.
Yeah. He's got a bad case of IBS. He ate Chinese food all night last night, and now he's drinking milk. It's not a good combination, fellas.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm sold. That's good. I like it. Does anybody else have anything else you want to share about the movie, your experience watching the movie? Tawny, any trivia?
I like when the grandpa is laying down on the, and that's another thing I wanted to say is when grandpa's laying out and pretending to play dead, and they're like, oh, he looks like he's dead. And he wakes up and he's like, I'm just playing dead. And from the sounds of it, I'm doing a pretty damn good job of it. Do you think that maybe the vampires have already come to his house a few times before and he just already plays dead so they don't know?
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. But that's a good question. I thought you were going to say, like, if maybe he was hinting that he is undead. Like he's a vampire.
I don't normally see old people raise up like that quick.
Or if he was like super tired because he is a vampire. They get really tired during the day. But he wasn't tired when he woke up.
I also thought you were going for foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
Well, Grandpa, at one point when he is in the house, he actually has his sunglasses on as well.
Oh my God.
It's the scene where Sam is eating cereal. Michael just comes into the house after talking to the mom, and Grandpa's in the kitchen with Sam. Grandpa's got his stuff on, got his sunglasses on in the house.
Yeah. This is it. We figured it out.
This is it.
This is it. He is a vampire. He is drinking animal blood.
He's a vampire.
Yeah.
Gramps is a vamp. Gramps is a vamp. Jeez,
Yes.
I didn't have much else as far as trivia. So what are you guys thinking? Are you thinking you're ready to rate this movie?
Let's go.
All right.
Okay. So let's start talking about scores with our distinguished guests. Evan, do you want to kick us off since I put Ian on the spot last time?
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. I'd love to give this a score, and I'd love giving scores so much that I'm going to give it a 0, a nice big fat 0. I hated this movie. I really did not want to watch this, but Ian's choice. I'm kidding. No, I'd give this, let's see here. Unfortunately, it didn't add out to, today's standards. Sure, there's a lot of fun to be had with this and a lot to do with nostalgia and stuff like that. The really good practical effects all through it. The music is always good. But that being said, just some of the cheesiness in it, and I love cheese. So I can't eat a lot of cheese because it'll fuck me up. But, I do enjoy some cheesy movies. Vampires are not my top favorite genre of horror. But, if I went in to talk about this with a blind eye and I was like, okay, well, this, but with the nostalgia to it, I'm going to have to go a nice, good, solid 4 out of 5 on it.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
This was a roller coaster.
I agree. I was
right. He's like
all over the place.
It's shit, but it's shit, but it's shit 4. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's just how it goes. You know, when you talk with people about these type of movies, and even though I don't like them, I can understand where it is in the realm. And of course, with, and I'll say it one more time because I'm a broken fucking record. Nostalgia takes everything. So
yeah,
it has to be a 4.
Nice.
Fair.
I thought you were going to say 4 out of 10 there. I was like, what? 4 out of 10? What the fuck?
No, you know I would have gave it a 0 out of 10.
But then you added that 5. It was like 4 out of 5, and I was like, "Ooh, baby, we're fine."
We should have mentioned that we score out of 5, and you can also go. We've made it official. Years ago, up to 2 decibel points after. So, those are the rules.
Give it a 4.18, Ian. 4.18.
I'll give it a 4.65 and a capella on there, trampoline, boy. That's what I'll do. No, I mean, it's not a perfect film, The Lost Boys. You know, as stated by Evan, you know, it's got its cheesy moments, but as stated, this has got a real nostalgia feel for me. It's so different. This is like getting punched in the balls, but you actually quite liked it. You're like, oh, I quite like that, because it's, you know, it's just not your standard punch to the balls where you're like, fuck. This is like, oh, this is different. This is nice. Okay,
this is a flick.
Yeah, a flick, a nice flick to the balls, and you're kind of like, oh,
a nice flick.
You know, okay, yeah, it's like a nice flick to the balls. The Lost Boys. It's so much fun. You know, the characters are fantastic. You know, they all look like they're out of 80s hair metal bands. Good violence, good gore, good twist at the end with Max, and you know, I just love all these characters. I'm not going to give it a 5 out of 5 because it isn't a perfect film. I'm going to come in with a 4.5 out of 5.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll have to rename 2 chicks and a flick to the balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our new title.
I love it. We'll start working on that art.
2 chicks and a
logo.
2 chicks and a testicle flick. That's me.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Maybe this could be like a little sub feature or segment.
Yeah.
I don't know what we talk about in that segment, but we'll figure it out.
I mean, I feel like I get what you're putting down here, Ian. Like movies that pack a punch that you didn't expect, but you kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Hi,
okay.
folks.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome to this week's Kick to the Dick. You know, that's your segment right there.
There we go. Okay, we'll start building on that. I like it. Because of everything you guys said, I'm giving it a 4.25. And I did review all my past scores and feel really good about that. There were some 4.5s I had that I just enjoyed more, but I love it. The nostalgia got me. I said the same thing to my husband. I was like, it's gonna be fairly high because of the nostalgia. And 4.25 for me for all of the reasons I said. Love this movie. And the soundtrack alone, I couldn't go below that because of that. I think in our end year review, when we had the question about soundtracks and which soundtrack would you want to buy or something like that, I said The Lost Boys because I did buy it. So
because you already had bought
because
it.
I have it.
See as well, going back to that soundtrack, see the song that comes on after People Are Strange? It's Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. That's what it's called.
Thank you. That is the Elton John song. Yes. So good. Tawny.
Okay. Yeah. I overall liked this, but like you guys are saying, you know, it's not a perfect movie. It's definitely cheesy. I think my biggest issue with the movie, honestly, is just that there feels to me like there's 2 main different tones. There's like the adult, more dark tone, and then there's like, you know, we have like the Frog Brothers that all that stuff feels very like it's a little bit more made for kids. So I really struggled to like reconcile those two things throughout the movie. But it gave me like Gremlin vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of, I feel like, similarities in tone and in, content. Like there's moments where you're like, oh my God, this is like, more extreme or like gory than I thought it would be based on the fact that it feels like it's for kids. And also they have like 2 brothers and a dog, which was interesting. But anyway, I went straight to that movie to see what I rated it. And I gave that a 3. But I do think I have to give a little bit more credit to this movie because hot vampires.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like it is well made. It wasn't, it looks fucking great. There was like, I read online that there was like 2 green screen shots, but I couldn't even tell. Like going back and re-looking at those scenes, like, I don't know. The practical effects just amazing. So I'm going to land at like a 3.25.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good score. Tawny,
I was
while
surprised.
she's given scores and she's sharing, I'm like, oh God, where are we going to be? Where are we going to be? If I like the film, I'm wondering where we're going to be.
It's always that roller coaster for sure.
Well, awesome. We hope you had fun because we had fun. We love talking with you both. And we would love for everybody to follow you, listen to you. So tell everyone where they can find you, where they can find your pod, where they can find you guys.
Hey, you can find us anywhere. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music. I think we're on Bandcamp. We're on just about everywhere that you can find a podcast. We are there. And if we're not there, it's because somehow, some way I have fucked up everything because I will say it one more time. I am computer illiterate and I just do the best I can. Damn it.
Can they find you on social media?
Oh, yeah. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. I think I put up a Twitter account. I'm not quite positive. I don't do Faceback. So, if you want Faceback, you're going to have Ian create it. And you guys are going to have to email us at the Kilt and the Redneck at gmail.com because I don't touch Facebook. I think it's just the devil. It's the devil and I don't like it.
Okay, when you were saying face back, I didn't pick up what you were putting down. I'm like, what is this new thing? What is this new thing that we need to be?
Evan doesn't do face banger. He's allergic to it. So therefore, I'm allergic to it. So fuck you, face banger / Facebook. You can go to hell and you can die like Dan Marino, hopefully with gonorrhea. Fuck you.
Mark Fuckerberg.
Whoa.
Yeah, Facebook, the place where people go to shave their fucking moustache.
I love it. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you both again so much. We hope you had fun. We hope that you would love to come on again because we'd love to have you. And for everyone, if you have seen The Lost Boys, please do share your favorite scenes, quotes, or theories on social media using the hashtag 2ChicksAndAHorrorFlick. While you're there, if you like us, we hope you do, please give us a follow. And what else, Tawny?
You can support the show by giving us a like, review, and subscribe on whatever podcatcher you're listening to us on. But that's it. Thank you guys again for being on. This was a blast.
Oh, thank you very much, girls, for inviting us on. It's been an absolute pleasure. And, as the girls are saying, guys, they promoted us. So, they're 2 of the nicest people I've spoke to, in a long time. So, and, they're fantastic hosts. So go and support them. And if you want Tim Capello to appear at a conference, just get on the phone to Tawny because she'll sort that right out for you. But once again, girls, thank you for having us on, on behalf of Evan and I's. Been an absolute pleasure, and we would love to come back on and also have you guys back on our show as well because it's always good fun chatting to you.
Oh, we would love that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing back up Tim, by the way, Ian, because I was going to say something about that too. I was going to say that as soon as I get off of here, I'm calling up Joel Schumacher so I can see if I can't get Tim to come over here for my birthday party. And I'm going to have him just play the saxophone. It's just going to be me and him. He's going to come in and he's going to be like, all right, where's the birthday boy? And I'm going to be like, it's me.
Evan,
and he's going to be like,
Evan, Joel Schumacher's dead. You can't phone him. and fucking ask for Tim Capello, for fuck's sake. Apologies to Joel Schumacher and his family. I'm sorry. I'll speak to him after the show. We'll have words. I might bring out a belt, but well, you know what you don't see, you don't know.
No apologies needed, because I'll dig him up and I'll get that number. I don't care. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. And then when he comes over to my house to play for me like I'm the birthday boy, I'm going to sit on the couch with a beer, and he's going to be like, I don't know about this, man. Thumbs up is all I'm going to give him. Thumbs up. Keep on going, buddy.
This is going to be an amazing clip.
Yeah.
I just sat back and just let them keep going because that was great.
Amazing. So yeah, that's it. We hope you all have such a good night. No nightmares.